Leos, 27 September, opens a new layer of inner experience for you. It's not just a day when your energy rises, it's a day when you can see yourself in a fresh light. Much will depend on how willing you are to trust your inner senses rather than push against them. Consider 27 September, a quiet test. How honest are you willing to be with yourself? Leos know how to keep a brave face, radiant, confident, and strong, even when a storm rages inside. But on 27 September, your inner voice becomes unmistakably clear. Listen closely. You may finally see which efforts truly bring results and which simply drain you, in work, relationships, and personal matters alike. You often work hard for external recognition, forgetting that your truest power lives within. 27 September feels like a reminder. You don't have to prove you're the best. You already shine when you are authentically yourself. This is a day to pause and ask where you're headed and why you're striving so intensely. Leos often live not only for themselves but for others, and that generosity is beautiful. Yet at some point the focus must return inward, or burnout follows. 27 September offers you a chance to feel in harmony with yourself. It might arrive as a brief moment of silence when you're alone, a heartfelt conversation where you finally say what needed saying, or a meaningful encounter that shifts your perspective. The important thing is not to overlook the signs this day places in your path. 27 September isn't about hurry or competition, it's about stopping long enough to hear the quiet within. You may notice that your familiar roles, leader, pillar of strength, motivator, feel a bit tiring today. That doesn't mean you've grown tired of your loved ones or that you no longer wish to help. It's simply a signal to reserve some of your energy for yourself. Picture a vessel inside you. Every day you pour out its contents. Smiles, care, inspiration, drive. But if that vessel runs dry, there's nothing left to give. 27 September is a moment to refill it. Remember your right to rest, to care for yourself, to feel joy that isn't dependent on anyone else. This day invites you to review your aims. Perhaps you've been moving by inertia, fulfilling promises and tasks that no longer resonate. Maybe it's time to update your priorities and answer honestly, what do I want for myself now? Leos often elevate others' happiness above their own, and that makes you deeply generous. Today, ask, where am I on that list? Don't be surprised if 27 September brings unexpected moments that lift you above the ordinary. A comment from a near stranger might shift your outlook. A sudden thought could transform how you see the future. Or someone may simply offer a kind word or an easy smile, and that alone will feel like a sign the universe is on your side. In work, the message is, not everything must be forced. Often results appear when you act with gentleness and allow events to unfold naturally. On 27 September, avoid arguments and emotional power plays. Even if someone tries to pull you into a drama, step aside. Your strength today lies in calm and composure. In relationships, 27 September highlights the beauty of small gestures. Soft words, modest actions, quiet attention, and tenderness speak volumes. Leos can be passionate and inspiring, but sometimes your partner needs something simple, your presence, an embrace, a steady gaze. Love thrives in these everyday moments. Another key theme on 27 September, the past begins to loosen its grip. Something long-standing that held you back, an old memory, a buried grievance, or an unneeded fear, starts to dissolve. Feel the relief and let it go. A heart that is freer can step more easily into new phases of life. Sometimes life holds up a mirror and shows us what we often hide even from ourselves. For Leos, 27 September brings such a reflection. It's a chance to look deeper, to peer into your own soul beyond the usual surface. These shifts rarely require grand events. They often arrive in a glance, a thought, a quiet pause where you suddenly know, this is what I live for. Your inner light has always drawn others. People come for warmth, confidence, and the way you inspire. But do you have the reserves to give continuously? Acknowledge that you have the right not only to give but also to receive. This day teaches balance. You can only uplift others when your own heart is full. For many Leos, relationships feel especially significant now. Indifference won't linger in the background. Feelings come forward in a clear, honest way. If someone truly values you, you will sense it without explanations. Their deeds, attention, and even their eyes will tell the story. If someone only takes without giving, you'll recognize that as well. Masks fall, and the truth shows itself. Professionally, lead with softness rather than struggle. Your leadership is already obvious, there's no need to fight for it. Let others witness your quiet strength, your composure, your ability to resolve matters without unnecessary heat. That approach brings lasting respect and trust. Finances may also come into focus. 27 September suits Big picture thinking about how you allocate resources. Consider reviewing habitual expenses or exploring thoughtful investments. The emphasis is not on speed, but on mindful, well-chosen steps. Your inner state may be unusually sensitive today. A desire for stillness or solitude could arise, and that's perfectly fine. This isn't about loneliness, but about reconnecting with yourself. Often, the best answers arrive in such moments. Pay attention to dreams and intuitive nudges as well. Stray thoughts and images today can be more valuable than advice. There's always been something distinct about how Leos carry themselves. Even when you say nothing, people register your presence, in your stride, your voice, the directness of your gaze, yet behind that outward might may hide what you don't always show. Vulnerability, the wish to be understood, the need for support. On 27 September, you're reminded not to fear this softness. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's part of your aliveness. True Leo strength appears not in constant roaring but in honesty with oneself. Many of you may feel a heightened impulse to care for your body and overall well-being. New health routines, a nourishing ritual, or even just a walk that lets you breathe deeply. Honor those urges. Self-care isn't indulgence, it's essential. When you glow with vitality, the whole world receives more of your light. Relationships will ask for depth rather than drama. A partner or close person may show a form of care you've longed for, not necessarily in florid declarations, but in actions that you can feel. Open up and allow yourself to receive. Leos are so accustomed to giving that you sometimes forget the strength it takes to accept love and support. Work-wise, 27 September favors finishing tasks that have been waiting in the background. You don't need to sprint. One deliberate move might change more than you expect. Trust the process, and the right people and opportunities will appear at the right time. Inside, a special sense of freedom may arise, as if the weight that held you down begins to fade. Old fears, long doubts, or barbed remarks from the past start to lose power, making space for what's new. Consider refreshing your outward image to mirror the inner shift. A different outfit, a new hairstyle, or a small style detail can symbolize renewal. Let the inner transformation show on the outside. 27 September is both a test of honesty with yourself and a threshold after which much becomes clearer. Leos often live for goals, victories, and the impression they make. Now you're invited to see that the greatest achievement is inner equilibrium and freedom. You may feel your heart wanting a more, not more trophies, but more depth. Fewer superficial exchanges, more real closeness. Fewer quick wins, more outcomes that bring lasting peace and confidence. That's a beautiful sign of maturity and alignment with your true self. Clarity and love may arrive. You'll notice who is truly by your side and who is only playing a part. This need not be dramatic, more likely a gentle realization. A look, an action, or even comfortable silence will say more than words. If someone is ready to walk with you, you'll feel it completely. If not, you'll be able to let go without pain. You'll also recognize that not everything in your work requires your constant push. Sometimes progress happens when you relinquish a bit of control and let events move naturally. You won't lose by releasing the reins, you'll gain. Your inner light on 27 September glows particularly bright, not loud or showy, but steady and sure. People will feel it and come to you for guidance, warmth, and strength. Allow yourself to be that source while also remembering to replenish. By evening, a distinct gratitude for life may wash over you. Acknowledge what you already have and tell yourself, I deserve happiness. Simple words, powerful effect. Life responds to a grateful heart. Final guidance for 27 September, trust yourself. Your heart knows. Even if other voices confuse you or circumstances feel complex, you will find your way if you listen within. Protect your light. It's what makes you one of a kind.